Um, Today is a good day. It's about love. It's about peace. It's about happiness. And over the course of time, in this series, we will talk about Medusa's head gone bad. And we will also speak on narcissistic parental abuse. It has come to my attention that throughout the course of time, silence is definitely something that I practice. And the reason I practice silence is because when I begin to speak, what I say won't be liked. Because I know what has been taking place, I know what's been going on, I know who Medusa really is. See, Medusa Bradley. Medusa Bradley is actually the opposition planted that came into my life, came into my circle, getting readings from me, getting consultations from me, and that was primarily it, for real, seriously, for years. So Miss Bradley contacted me on numerous occasions for spiritual work. And when she contacted me for the spiritual work, it was one of those things where I was sincerely, honestly helping her in her spiritual situation. And those situations I don't even address anymore. It was a negative situation, dark work that she had done on somebody. I assisted her with the knowledge of what to do, and so I don't do that work anymore. I definitely don't do that no more. Mm-mm, none of it. And so Miss Bradley, the Medusa, we were only client spiritualist relationship. That's it. For years. Um, Miss Bradley, we never spoke about nothing other than root work. Hoodoo, root work. We never spoke about anything. Just it was hoodoo and root work for years. You know what I mean? There was nothing else in that for years. Nothing. Never saw this person. Never saw Miss Bradley at all. Never saw the Medusa at all. Only on phone calls. We never video chatted. Then I noticed a thing with subliminal posts and stuff like that. That was on her page. And I noticed she stopped calling me, contacting me and things like that. No problem. It just was something that was observed. It was noticed. So after that was noticed, she calls me up about a young lady and giving the young lady some advice. So I gave the young lady the advice that they were seeking, gave her my knowledge on what I thought about the situation she was in and how she could help herself. Either do it or don't do it. So after that, we started talking like once or twice a week on the phone, just chit chatting. Nothing special. And then, like I said, I noticed that when she started calling me more regularly, that she went on her page and removed some of the subliminal posts, memes that I had seen before. Yeah, they were floating around, but I know why they were floating around at that particular time. I knew why. Okay. She had them on her page also. She called me a little more frequently now. When I look on her page, she removed all of the subliminals that were there. She removed them. Okay. So I'm like, I went on this little spree about um, a setup. And I told the people that was around me, be very careful. Be very, very careful who you talk to. Be very, very careful who you associate and affiliate with. Because something's not right. There is a setup energy. And I told everybody at the time, everybody I was associating with, everybody I was affiliating with, I let everyone know that this is a setup energy coming in from somewhere. Let's all be aware of it. Could be one of you guys. I said it. Everybody, key. Okay. I knew it was there. I just had to figure out where it was at. In the midst of the time, I kind of derailed myself. My fault. I derailed myself. Because sometimes you can actually help yourself or you can hurt yourself based on the people that you allow into your life. So I allowed an energy into my space that directly came with the intentions of disrupting my peace, of creating chaos, of causing intentional confusion. She came already priorly scrapped with her knowledge of what she wanted to do, how she wanted to do it, and everything. She came fully equipped with it. What happened? I allowed her into my space. I allowed her into my energy. And what did she do? Disrupted. Because why? I made a mistake by allowing her in my energy. I fell for it. And the whole time she was a setup. She was coming, picking, and planting to see, let me see if I can get, so I can go over here and destroy all of this. So we can get them, so we can get Medicine Head. Okay? Made videos privately, in private spaces, made comments private spaces over the phone, and private groups, other social media platforms. Blocked me, made sure that I couldn't see. Because I'd be busy. I don't be holding my phone in my hand all day. It's not the wise thing to do. It's not wise to hold your phone in your hand all day and you're not making any money. You're just gossiping and talking. Doesn't make any sense there. Not for me. So, as time progressed, I made the mistake of allowing this person in my space that came with the intentions of absolutely destroying everything I had built, that I had going on, to create disruption. It's good. Story time. Plot twist. And so, from the look of things, time goes on. So I download the video. No, they told you not to watch it, but download it. Send it back. So as time went on, we all realized that these things are all mistakes. You see, I got proof of what I'm talking about. Where's the phone? Let me show you. See, when I say she was a setup, Medusa was a setup, that's what I mean. She intentionally came with the knowledge, with everything. She already knew. So if she's out there pretending like, oh, I'm trying this up, you already knew because you was working with the op. The plot twist gets deep. The plot twist is where we know you're the ops. We know that you have prior knowledge before you even came over here in this space. We knew. We know now. We know. I cracked the code. That's why I told you the marriage was fake. Make it look like Medicine Head robbed you. I can show you. I can show you all the transfers. I swear to God I can. But I'm not. I want you to continue doing what you're doing. I want you to say that you did something for me. I want you to say to me, in my face, that you really took care of me. That's crazy. I can show you my trade account right here on this phone right here that at the time, dates and times on my transfers. Absolutely, dates and times on my transfers for my trading account. When I transfer 8,000 for that, and I'll tell you to your face, you're a liar. Have you told anybody anything out of you, you're a liar. Anything of significance, when people are married, it's like they're married or whatnot, but I got nothing of significance. Nothing. What, over $100. And I don't need it. That's the crazy part. Like, I bought this cash. Cash. You know what I mean? Nobody's bragging here. Nobody like, but if I'm down, I sell it. Because right now the market is up. I can come, but I don't need to. So I'm telling you. So I'm explaining to you. So by you lying and saying that I took something from you, you was taking care of me, I live off woman? Really? 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 Interesting. Well, you want to ask my ex? We can. You can ask her. If she took care of me. All of that whole social media hype was just social media hype. Lies. And that's when people need to stop lying, because they cause so much confusion with all the lying and trying to be better and dominant and this and that and this and that. Foolishness. And this is what it all caused. And even more. You see? I'm the one that'll come out. I'm wrong. So I'll come out and tell you straight up. Like, if you want to know, I'll tell you. But when you put slander on my name, like I made a live, while I was making a live about something else, Ms. Ridley, Medusa, you inserted yourself into the conversation. You know, it wasn't like the other day when I looked through the live comments that I saw exactly what you were saying. You know, it's incredible the way that people lie on you. And they really want to destroy you. And when they're really working with your blood-borne enemies or spiritual enemies or whatever, however you want to put it. But it is very absurd to have read those comments. You actually sat on there and said that I did something to somebody and I confessed it to you. Well, I'm going to challenge you. Since you want to lie on me like that, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to send it to the police. I'm going to send it to the cops. And we're going to find out of what you said is true or not. Because if you're making false accusations against me, I will stop you, like really stop you. That is way out there. And you know that there are people out here that would play on things like that. Because I knew you for 3 weeks. I only knew you for 3 weeks, y'all. 3 weeks. And guess what Medusa Man did? Medusa Man married the ops, obviously. Very obvious. He married the ops. She took an insurance policy out on me in the first 2 weeks. Had it all prepared to attempt to put herself in a position to be able to rip me of my truck company, get all kinds of fake things and stuff in my truck company name. She had all set up, whole system set up in 2 weeks. First 2 weeks I got there. But something's wrong with me. Okay, check. Plot twist. This right there, thought you live in Tennessee. Hurry up and die. Move me from life insurance. I got everything else. How much in your bank account? Less than mine. Like, if you read this type of behavior, right, with your current spouse, on the way that they treated their ex, what would you think? What would you think? Would you think, well, maybe she ain't gonna do me like that. Or maybe he ain't gonna do you like that. But then when you go read and see like the unfolding of the nefariousness, you're like, am I the one for you? Or am I just next in line? Interesting. It becomes, become interesting. So throughout the course of time, different spiritual signs and things and omens happened because we're dealing with the spiritual realm here. We're dealing with spiritual people with abilities, I would say, gifts. And so therefore, it's one of those things where you have to realize, you have to really realize that some people are truly spiritually protected because they really put in work, like real work, like to really change themselves, to elevate themselves, to redirect negative energies and transmute it into positive energies so that they can use it in their life and their manifestations. This is what's important here. You see? And we got people like this young lady, and trust me, I really don't like coming out online, but I understand that people are pathologically obsessed. And they will do anything to try to destroy you. I get it. One thing I'm going to say is that I don't discriminate in negative energies, okay? I really don't. Because I come from a space and place where I've been around negative, dark energies that were both male and female. And I know what people will do to you to have you taken out. And life is real. So on social media, there is this thing where everybody go do this gender thing. I don't live by that. I live by energy. Because same way a man can get you killed, a female can get you killed too. Same way a man can get you hurt, a woman can get you hurt too. The wrong man, the wrong woman, for you, can get you hurt. So there is really no discrimination on evil. Evil comes in all colors and creeds, genders and all. And so what I was experiencing was like, you can say what you want to say, like, I saw some stuff say somebody scammed the scammer. Shit was crazy. That was funny though. That was a good one. But when I uncovered about what she was going to do to me and what she had planned and the people she was affiliated with, when I discovered that, it's like, oh, you think you got a collection plate off of me, eh? Girl. In a major way. In a major way. Like, who takes life insurance out on somebody the first week or two after they're married? Like, that's crazy. Like, that got red flags all around it, doesn't it? Let's be honest there. Come on. Speak with me, y'all. Let's elaborate together on this. Let's make sense of it. You marry somebody, or you get in a relationship with somebody, and the first week, 2 weeks, they got life insurance on you. They want to know the EIN number to your truck company. They fix your credit. All of that are set up. It's set up energies to set up what was previously done to the previous husband. Because from reading through the texts, all the texts, by reading through all of the texts between them, that's what she was doing to him. That's how she set him up quickly. This is what you do. This is what you do. Now, the thing about me is a spiritual thing happened in the middle of all of this. I'm going to make another video about it. The spiritual connotations behind how it happened spiritually, how the spirit God came down and unfolded this. Because God is working. Because you lying hard. And you lying on me behind my back. Telling everybody you're my wife. You're not my wife. I annulled You know what annulment means? Annulment means I annulled it. It's over. Not only did I annul it, you haven't seen me at all. Don't talk to you. Just really want to stay away. I don't want this. You want this. Because you are the ops. You've been working with them. You were sitting in their presence. You came with the intention to only cause disruption, to only set somebody up. I'm not playing here. And you will be dealt with accordingly. You see? So all of this screenshot and voice messages and all of that was make-believe. I got your real self, not the fake texts you were sending me on, oh, I don't know how you're doing this. I thought we were perfect together. I thought. That's the reason why Will Smith slapped shit out of Chris Rock. Playing. Playing. Act like you ain't know what's going on. Stop it. Because it's not worth it. You got busted out there trying to set me up. You got busted trying to set me up. Stone cold. That's why you're doing the things you're doing. That's why you're behaving the way you're behaving. I have no more energy for it. I'm telling you, and I'm telling anybody else who got a problem with it. Live, YouTube, I'm gonna get a restraining order on you. Okay? I'm gonna take a restraining order on you. We're gonna stop this with you, because what you're going to end up receiving is something that's not meant for you. You're being a host to something else. And we already know. I think we know. I don't have a clue. Because if you're talking back there, I ain't looking back. I'm going this way. So if you decide to go back there and pull me in on what's going on back there, because I really actually don't know. And at this point, I don't care. Because I'm up there. I'm going forward. Growing and changing, battling myself. It's me versus me. Not me versus, not there. Me versus me. And that's how you continue to win. When you don't compare yourself to nobody. When you don't come obsessed with anybody. When you become obsessed with your own growth. When you come obsessed with yourself. Look yourself in the mirror. Sometimes we need to learn how to start talking to ourselves because we spend so much time gossiping with everybody else. Sometimes we need to learn how to start talking to ourselves because we always in somebody else's business. Sometimes we need to learn how to talk to ourselves because the people we end up talking to fake anyway. Who's going to keep your secrets better than you? Who's going to hold you down better than you? Nobody. No one. So it's very important for us to understand that. See? You can talk to yourself all day. That's a very good spiritual practice in science, actually. The question is, how do you do shadow work without talking to yourself? Were you supposed to pick up the phone and call your high priest? Pick up the phone and call your high priestess? And you don't do shadow work like that. You're supposed to read a book? You don't do shadow work like that. You do shadow work by communicating with yourself. You do shadow work with having those discussions with yourself that you probably would never have with anyone else. That's shadow work. Hold on for a second. But shadow work, like I said, shadow work is something that is basically done in the mirror, correct? So we do shadow work in the mirror. You don't need a candle. You don't. You don't need nothing fancy. You don't. All you need is the ability to be able to address yourself, about your failures, your successes, your ability, your passions, the things you love, the things you dislike, and why, your growth, your happiness. Those are the types of conversations that you should really actually have with yourself. Have those conversations. Answer yourself also in those conversations. Don't sit there and ask a bunch of questions and leave it in the atmosphere. Answer them. You see? So if you put the energy of the question out, then you answer that question and you stand on it. See, because you don't owe nobody else nothing to stand on. You owe yourself that. You just owe it to you. So when people talk about, they're talking to themselves. You're probably talking to the realest person you know in a world full of fake people. And just understand that. That's all. You see? So Medusa, your head is bad. Very bad. You made a grave mistake. Because we had all the opportunities to leave all of this alone, and I really wanted to. All I wanted to do is distance myself. That's it. It was very simple. Allow me to distance myself and go. Don't run behind me causing problems. Because if I have to stop and address that problem, it's probably going to be nothing you like, because I'm chasing my dreams. So don't stop me. Don't hinder me. Leave me alone. See? And because you're being a host, energy for others. Others have nothing to do with that. You make false accusations out here against me and say, I confided something heinous to you. That's a lie. And that is a lie. Whatever you're talking about with this New Jersey situation, it's a pure lie. Only time I've been in New Jersey is with my ex. That's it. I never confided nothing in you. So what you have put in those comments, using the M word, you're a liar. And you're not only are you a liar, you're a dangerous liar. And it shows I have no filter. That you won't get me killed. You won't get me assassinated. You won't get me taken out. Because you found that you had some people who would potentially entertain it. Based on what you say. See? Two sides of a story. I stand on how I feel. And when I say DeShandre, you are the ops. I'm going to clear it up. I'm not using young boy slang. I'm going to clear it up. You took money to intentionally set me up because that is what you do. Okay? The spirits busted you straight down the middle with the ancestor shirt on. Not my fault. Shouldn't have been plotting and scheming. So all of this fake, I thought he'd been the one, is just to spread lies and confusion amongst people. All of this fake, I was real with him and loyal and stop it. It's all make-believe, okay? It's like you're in a movie and there's action. You know, cut. And people just, just walk off and go back but their business with their life. Because it's not real. And that's one of the problems that we got. Black people got this problem. Our people got this problem. pretending. See something they don't like, they start pretending around it to make it look bad. They did something to me. They did this to me. And not even talking about what you did to the person. Because the person be over here minding their business. For real. Don't be entertaining. Be in my magical world. Why? People like you lie. So, we know, and I'm going to say clear, Deshandre, use the ops, young boy terminology, my terminology, you were paid and sent to see if you could come and disrupt, and we allowed it, my accountability. I'm not even going to talk about nobody else, because it don't matter. Mine, though. I took it. Should have never entertained you. But I did. And I shouldn't have. I told you that. Because I knew you were like already sent to do everything you're doing now. You just wanted to, you mad because you lost your benefits. Your benefits was the insurance policy. You took an insurance policy out on Medicine Man. Man, there's a lot of people don't like that. You took insurance policy out on me. You know what that means to somebody like me? That means you was going to set me up some way, somehow. You was going to put it together. Or you already had it together and it failed. Because God put his hand in the middle of it. God said, and the table turned. When the table turned around, you sitting in the palm of God's hand, looking for grace, looking for mercy. I did my time. I did it. Okay? I paid my debts to society, period. And all due respect. So don't lie on me at all because you're angry about what's happening. What's happening is what you caused. You caused this to happen. You inserted yourself in something you had no knowledge of. No knowledge of it. You judged based on what you were told. It's people that informed you haven't seen me in 16 years. Only memories that they have are the memories of who I used to be. Far from it. I don't live there anymore. Far from it. Very, very far. So when you use that old knowledge, that Windows XP programming, and you try to put that Windows XP programming into the iPhone 14, that's why it didn't work. See? You followed an old programming for something that has been upgraded several times. So that was your mistake, okay? That's your free reading. And so what I need you to understand is that making false accusations against me, I will report them, okay? So we're going to report it. I'm not going to fuss with you. I'm just going to report it. But I'm letting you know. And I'm letting the people that you told this lying trash to, that you lying. I'm not a people pleaser and I ain't trying to please nobody. I'm telling you, saying what you told them on social media platforms, I'm going to tell you, you're a liar. Everything about me you knew before you came. Because you got all of the information, you know, and the people that cut your check, you know. You want a front row seat. That's what you wanted. Well, you're going to get it. You want a front row seat? See, Sean, you want to sit in the front row seat and watch the show that you created, but it won't work. Okay? I'm being honest here. It won't work. You made a mistake. At this point, you should just go ahead and call me. Seriously. And let's go ahead and squash it. For real, seriously this time. And you have to, whatever discussion you got over there with them, you keep that over there. But for your sake, please just go ahead. You're probably better off calling me. Because you know, like, you don't know. You really don't. You really don't. You really don't. And I'll be the first to tell you, I will consider you a person that tried to take my life. And if I consider you like that, then I'm not going to have a filter. I'm going to just have to fall back off social media because, or you have to just get mad because I ain't going to have no filter. You tamper with this life over here, no holds barred. You know, because I don't bother nobody. I'm not bothering people. You see? All my disputes come with bad people. Bad people this day and time to be able to run out the good people and say, look, y'all see, look, y'all see, look, y'all see. I can't help it. All my skirts and scuffles been with bad people. From the streets to the spiritual community, all over. Bad people. And when me and bad people get into it, obviously bad things happen. And if I walk away and say, okay, I'm out. I walk away, I become the bad guy. Because people lose their control over you. They lose the ability to try to seek whatever they're seeking. Not my problem. I have the right and responsibility to grow, to move on, to elevate my life from my bloodline. And when you're talking about ancestral bloodlines, you're talking about you, yourself, your children. This is what you want to take forward. Me, myself, personally, let me tell you something. There's a lot of things people trying to cover up here. I ain't covering up nothing. I'll tell you face to face. Like I, personally, me, Medicine Man, I would never, under any circumstances, jeopardize the future of my children for my immediate gain. Let me repeat that. I, Medicine Man, would never jeopardize the future of my children for any types of immediate gains. What I mean by that is, hypothetically, let's say you are taking student loans out in your children's name. Is that cool? Y'all, is that okay? Is it okay to take loans out in your children's name and they're just like 16, 17 years old, 15? Like, is that okay? Is that okay? I was reading an article earlier today that was saying that this girl was living with her father and her father had bought a house in her name when she was 10 years old. And she never knew. She was raised up in the house, everything. The house went in foreclosure, lost it at all. So by the time she became an adult, she got married and they went to go get a house, her and her husband. And they said, no, you can't. You had a house in foreclosure, never was paid. And she's like, what? Are you serious? Yeah. Another young lady, her mom's did it to her. She went to go buy a house. Find out 18 years later that she couldn't because her parents had just screwed her credit. By the time she was 16 years old, she had a 200 credit score. A child at 16 years old with a 210 credit score. Why? Because the parent treated the children like property, treated the children's identity just like another person's identity. The parent takes the child identity and uses it for their own personal gain. It's not cool. That ain't cool. It's really not. It's not. It's not cool at all for any parent to take their child's social security number and get loans. You know? It's not right. Because you take away the future of your child's financial stability. Because by the time your child get out of high school, is that making sense? By the time your child get out of high school, your child will do what? Try to at least get a car. But can't. Why your child can't get a car, young? Why? Because you done got 80,000 there, 20,000 there, 10,000 there, 8,000 there, 4,000 there, 6,000 there, 9,000. Like 16 years old with 158 credit score. That age ain't supposed to even have nothing in their name. But there are people out here that will do that. No remorse. But my thing is, see, I'm good on that part. But my thing is, because you can do what you want to do. Those are your kids, okay? This is your child, okay? This is your child, okay? That's for the record. This is your child, okay? This is your child, okay? For the record. You can do whatever you choose with your child. I am not the judge here, and I ain't judging. But I won't do that to mine. And I don't recommend anyone else doing that to their child because you got a bad point in life or your money get down. So the first thing you think about is, man, how you gonna get this money up? When my truck went in the shop, I be like, man, how am I gonna get this money up? I ain't thinking shit, I can use my daughter's social security number and go get me 50 real quick. No, of course not. That wasn't even in my, no. Let me hit the stock market over here and check out these calls and QCOM and see what's going on and come back real quick. Now, I'm not gonna damage my children's future, but there are people out here like that. And the point of the matter is, moral of the story, if someone would do that to their child, they'd do it to you. It's real. I swear it is. I don't care how you take it. It is what it is. Doesn't matter. That's just honest, man. It's real. You do it to your child, I know you do it to me. All right, I see the blueprint set up, but shit, once I see you did it, you did it for the did it. I'm like, man, listen, man, we ain't about to do this. I don't care who get mad. Because when you make false accusations against me about doing something, somebody in New Jersey, that New Jersey thing that she put in my feed, using the M word, posting videos, disturbing people all over, unfortunately. Unfortunately, you did that. Yep. But I already knew you was going to do that. I knew that too. I knew. Because I knew you were already there. In that mind state. To do something as heinous as that. To disturb people. Yeah. That's interesting. And sad. That someone would resort to that. When you know you're wrong. You know it. I've talked to you, try to you're too busy trying to get a recording, so it didn't make any sense at that point. Because you were too busy trying to record something so you could see y'all look. And see what see y'all look got you at right now? See y'all look got you all twisted over there in the corner. You're twisted. Man, I don't want nothing to do with you. I just need you to relax. Let's get everything back on point. Let's get back to doing what we've been doing with our lives before you decided to plot and scheme and bring yourself in something to get struck by the spirits. Because you were struck by the spirits big time. Like, God don't be playing out here with you. Obviously. That's why I used to walk straight. Say what they won't say. I walk straight, I mind my business, and I stay solo. Solo. You know what I mean? Because I know the nature of people. I know the nature of what people got going on. I know the nature of people's mentalities and minds, because I used to be there. I'm not really there. I'm being forced to, like, it's like a war happening. A war of the test. The war of the test. This is the great war of the test. I choose the path of peace. That's what I choose. I am not choosing drama. But I will clarify when you say heinous things. I'm going to have to clarify it. And I'm going to have to expound on whatever I expound on. All of these things I'm expounding on is not to, like, expose or like to do that. All of these things I'm talking about is really to let you know why I don't deal with you, why I didn't deal with you, why I left immediately. These are why. You know what I mean? Can't have you playing with my kids' credit. Can't have you playing with people close to me credit. Can't have you playing with them. Just can't. That's what I do to protect the people around me. I made a mistake. I'm gonna have to protect everybody else by distancing myself from you. Because if I allow you to stay, through me, you're going to get access to other people, and other people could get hurt. Like how you've hurt other people with that. You know what I mean? And you're running around worrying about something somebody's already paid their debts to society for. It doesn't make any sense. Paid debts. You know what I mean? And it's real. And I need you to stop lying on me about whatever you said in that feed about New Jersey. It's a lie. Stone cold lie. A vicious, nefarious one at that. You see, what I say is the truth. And like I said, I challenge you, man. I would like for you to go take that to the police authorities or what you said about me telling you anything of that nature. Let's go. Let's go. Go try to beat your charge lying on me and see what happens, because you're so busy trying to paint a picture. But the picture you're painting, you're painting it on a moldy canvas. You can't paint. Because what I know is what I know. And you're a very vile human being. You are. I'm just giving it to you like raw. Like I say, man, too many things I discovered. You out here talking about me reckless, when I was just trying to leave you alone. So now it's like this right here. I want to know what parent takes out loans in their children's name. Just tell me. Tell me if that's cool. Tell me if that's good. Tell me if that's righteous. But you're talking about somebody's past. You're talking about somebody. You're talking about somebody's relationship. You're talking about somebody's ex. You're talking about sex. You're talking about all this irrelevant things while narcissistically abusing your parental rights. You see? Cover-ups. You know I know it. So I asked you to leave me alone. But because I know it, you figure, I'm going to destroy him before you tell on me. That's stupid. Why just leave me alone? I'm going to walk away. But since you didn't leave me alone, I'm going to stop and tell you why I left you alone. You're the ops, okay? In my belief system, you were paid. In my belief system, taking an insurance policy out on me in the first, 2 weeks. In my belief system, trying to get the EIN number to my company. In my belief system, trying to get information about my company and passwords and things like that. In my system, all of that are traps. Okay? Let's have that understood. It's all. It's traps. They were traps. I bit it. Took the bait. But I spit it out. You know why? It tasted bad. You see? So, in closing, because I'm not going to run this any longer. In closing, Medusa Bridley, please understand, my next request is to leave me alone on social media with the line going in secret groups, secret chats, spreading things and coming out on your timelines, all that, like, oh, we talking about, he tripping. Imaginary beef. Miss me with that. You know what I mean? Like, for real. I know. But I don't care. Because my life moves on. One thing for sure, one thing for certain, Deshandre Bridley. My next video is going to be a symbolic breakdown of the connections between everyone in this situation. And we're going to build on it. And I'm going to show you what God's saying about it. Okay? I'm going to show you exactly what God's saying about it. We don't care what your Bible say. Don't care. Don't care what your Tata say. Don't care. We show what God say. Because God spoke through the signs and the omens here. Okay? So, be blessed. Everybody be at peace. Because these story times is going to get iller. They're going to get a little more raw. And they're going to be direct. So, if there's anything that Ms. Bridley needs to discuss with me and you see you guys are watching it, you can give her a call and tell her to call me. For real. Because it could get crazy. You know what I mean? So chill out. Do what's best. Stay at peace. Be blessed.